The pop music world is in shock tonight after the death of singer Lisa Left Eye Lopes. The member of the hit group TLC was killed yesterday in a car crash.
Lisa Left Eye Lopes was a member of the R&B group TLC, who rose to fame in the early 90s. Lopes was known for her rapping and her unique style, which included wearing a signature eye patch. On April 25, 2002, Lopes was killed in a car accident while vacationing in Honduras. She was only 30 years old at the time of her death, and her passing was a shock to the music world. In this video, we'll take a look at the final days, hours, minutes, and seconds that led to the death of the world-renowned legendary singer. Lisa Left Eye Lopes was born on May 27, 1971 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. She was raised in a musical family, and her father Ronald Lopes was a member of the R&B group The Winstons and also a U.S. Army Staff Sergeant. Ronald Lopes was a strict disciplinarian and at times resorted to physical violence against his children. He was also dependent on alcohol, a habit that he passed along to his eldest daughter Lisa Lopes while she was in her teens. Despite this troubled relationship, Ronald Lopes encouraged his daughter to follow her love of music, which he also shared. Ronald Lopes could play the drums, clarinet, saxophone, harmonica, and piano, and his daughter began playing the piano when she was 5 years old. By the time she was a teenager and living back in Philadelphia, Lopes was entering various local talent contests as a rapper and helping out other acts as a designer and visual artist. In an interview, Lopes said that at 14 she was moved after hearing the Queen Latifah and Money Love song Ladies First. Her troubles continued at home, and she ran away several times before. Lopes said her father was very strict and domineering and that he treated the family like they were in boot camp. Lopes' parents separated when she was still in school, and her paternal grandmother raised her during the later years of her childhood, leaving home for good at the age of 17. Lopes eventually relocated to Atlanta, Georgia, in late 1990 because she wanted to pursue a career in music. Her parents were against the idea, as they felt that she should finish her education before pursuing a career in the music industry. However, Lopes was passionate about her dreams, and she felt that she needed to follow her heart. She also felt that she needed to escape from the strict rules of her parents' home. Lopes believed that Atlanta, Georgia, was the perfect place to pursue her dreams, as it was a thriving music scene. When she left, one of the teenager's few possessions was a portable keyboard that she used to compose and play music. Lopes quickly became known around the Atlanta performing scene by her nickname, Left Eye, bestowed upon her by singer Michael Bivins, who was a former member of New Edition and a member at the time of New Jack Swing sensation Belle Biv DeVoe. Noticing that her left eye was a bit larger than her right one, Bivins told Lopes that he thought the difference made her beautiful, and the nickname Left Eye stuck. After less than a year in Georgia, Lopes joined forces in 1991 with two other Atlanta performers, Crystal Jones and Tyan Watkins, who were looking for a third member to join their group, Second Nature, as a rap vocalist. The group renamed itself TLC after signing a management contract in 1991 with singer Perry Pebbles McKissack Reed and producer Dallas Austin. Watkins and Lopes decided to oust Jones from the group and replace her with Atlanta native Rosanda Thomas. With the new lineup of TLC complete, Reed and Austin secured the group a recording deal with LaFace Records, a company founded and operated by Kenneth "Babyface" Edmonds and L.A. Reid, the husband of Pebbles. TLC entered the studio to make its debut album, released in 1992 under the title of Who on the TLC tip, helped along by the colorful visuals of the group's videos and a dash of controversy for Lopes' habit of wearing a condom on the left lens of her glasses. The album sold 4 million copies. The album ALS spawned 3 major hit singles: the platinum-selling Ain't Too Proud to Beg and the gold records What About Your Friends and Baby Baby Baby. TLC's second album, released in 1995, was another multi-platinum hit, with more than 11 million copies sold in the United States alone. To many critics, the highlight of Crazy Sexy Cool was Lopes' rap on the single Waterfalls, an inspirational verse that Lopes wrote during her month-long stay in rehabilitation. The single stayed at number 1 on the pop charts for 7 weeks and earned the group another platinum record. Another single, Creep, won the group a Grammy Award for Best R&B Performance by a Duo or Group with Vocal in 1995, while the album Crazy Sexy Cool won another Grammy Award for Best R&B Album. With the success of the two albums, TLC was now the biggest-selling female group of all time. TLC signed a more advantageous contract with the managers in 1996 and stayed with LaFace Records for a third album, Fan Mail, released in 1999. During this time, personal conflict arose between the members of TLC. Lopes, who began missing rehearsals and interviews, sent LaFace Records a letter saying that she was quitting the band. She challenged her bandmates to each release their own solo CDs, simultaneously releasing separate singles. The winner would be determined by the single that sold the most copies. After the release of Fan Mail, Lopes commented she's not really feeling TLC. The group went on tour to support the album, but the tension between them was evident to concertgoers. However, as the tour progressed, the threesome managed to find some middle ground. Fan Mail won TLC 2 Grammy Awards, one for Best R&B Album and one for Best R&B Performance by a Duo or Group with Vocal for the single No Scrubs. Fan Mail sold 6 million copies and brought the group's total album sales in the United States to more than 21 million copies. Lopes also contributed to a number of other artists' work outside of TLC. Her rap on Never Be the Same Again on Spice Girls member Melanie C's solo album Northern Star helped the single go to number 1 on the British pop charts in the summer of 2000. The album Supernova was released late in 2001 in Europe, but after failing to match the success of any of TLC's albums, its American release was postponed. On April 25, 2002, Lopes was driving a rented Mitsubishi Montero SUV in Ceiba, Honduras. The group was on its way to film some shots of Egypt interacting with Honduran children for possible use in a music video when she swerved to avoid a truck, then sharply to the left as she tried to avoid an oncoming car. The vehicle rolled several times after hitting 2 trees, throwing Lopes and 3 others out of the windows, and finally coming to rest in a ditch at the side of the road. Lopes, at the age of 30, died instantly by injuries to her head and chest, and several other members of the party suffered broken bones. According to the Honduran police, the primary cause of the accident was the excessive speed of the automobile, which was estimated to be 85 miles per hour at the time of the accident. Lopes' funeral was held at New Birth Missionary Baptist Church in Lithonia, Georgia on May 2, 2002. The funeral was attended by family, friends, and fans from around the world. The service was officiated by Bishop Eddie Long and was a mix of religious and secular elements. Engraved upon her casket were the lyrics to her portion of Waterfalls, stating dreams are hopeless aspirations in hopes of coming true, believe in yourself, the rest is up to me and you. The funeral featured performances by several of Lopes' favorite artists, including Drew Hill and Kelly Price. Lopes' friend, Missy Elliott, also paid tribute to her during the service. The funeral was a celebration of Lopes' life and legacy, and it was a fitting tribute to one of the most influential female artists of her generation. In the years since Lisa Left Eye Lopes' death, there have been numerous conspiracy theories about what really happened. Some have suggested that Lopes was killed by the US government or the CIA, while others have speculated that she was the victim of a drug deal gone wrong. However, the official cause of death was determined to be blunt force trauma, and there is no evidence to suggest that she was killed by anyone other than the accident on the Mitsubishi SUV she was driving. Lopes' family and friends have asked that the conspiracy theories be put to rest and that her legacy be celebrated.